Geno Pettis Adventures. I'm still Geno, still my adventures, even though some of you want me to quit saying it's still my adventures. They are still my adventures, but I'm going to share my adventures with you and they become your adventures too. So hit the subscribe, the like, the notification bell, share it with a friend, and let's get about it. And what I haven't done in a long time is I haven't talked about how you get from these United States to Colombia and live to tell about it. Well, let's start off with a little research. You knew to do a little research. So, number one, do your research on where in Colombia you would like to go. Okay, I know most of you guys are going to pick Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena, Cali, those, you know, the big cities. But that's like coming to the United States and going, well, I'm going to go to New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, San Diego. Well, there's some really great other places. Bucaramanga, San Gil, the southwestern part of the country is pretty nice. The only part that's a little sketchy in my opinion are maybe the west coast, but the left coast, that's like that almost in any country. But, so, I currently live in a little place called, well, it's outside of San Gil. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live. I have before. But if you can set your Facebook to the San Gil area in Colombia, and you can go on Marketplace and you can see what is available in the way of rental properties and things to buy. I wouldn't recommend that you came the first time and bought something. What I would recommend is, number one, do your research on what part of the country you would like to visit. Number two, you're going to need a passport. Number three, you're going to need airplane tickets. And that's a whole subject in and of itself. I use this company called Cheapo Air because they always seem to have the best prices. And if you don't have to fly on a particular day and you have some latitude, you can still find some good prices on the internet. You get your clothes and everything ready. You don't want to, it's really temperate here. You don't have to have very many, you might have one jacket in case you're in Bogota or the higher altitude places, maybe a hoodie, but you won't need a lot of hot clothes, I mean warm clothes. Dress light, travel light, you know, don't go with 4 suitcases, go with a backpack and a handbag. It's pretty laid back here and there's not a lot of dressing up to be done. So you got that, you got your ticket, you got your passport. You have to do this thing called a MIG 48 hours before you get on the airplane, which is basically lets immigration know you're coming. You have to do it or they won't let you on the airplane. Don't carry so much that you have to pay for an extra bag because that's when it starts becoming pricey. And then try to contact somebody like myself, or there's other people I would imagine, where you're going to be for some help. It's just like my friend Kat and Bill that came down here from Alaska. Just got a note from them. They've been in country 3 months and they're getting ready to go back to Alaska. I don't know why anybody would want to go back to Alaska, but they're going back to Alaska. And they said if it wasn't for me, they would have had a really hard time, wouldn't have had as good a time as they've had here. So I'm going to try to have them on a video here shortly. But so try to find somebody that can help you out. When you get here, find yourself a motel. I mean, a hotel is no motels. Find yourself a hotel before you get here and stay there a couple of days just to get acclimatized and then get about seeing Colombia. You can hire a private car. You can hire a taxi cab. You can ride the small bus, the medium bus, and the large bus. The buses are so inexpensive and so safe, you will never have to worry about getting robbed on a bus. Well, maybe in town on a small bus you might, but you just need to keep your wits about you. You have to keep your head on a swivel, and it's called situational awareness. So when you get here, then just travel, enjoy, take pictures, be careful, and don't be stupid. You know, you don't want to be on the square in Bogota with your camera on a selfie stick, because somebody's going to drive by on a motorcycle and take your freaking camera. It just happens. But there's a lot of places in the United States, I would imagine, that you can't put your camera on a selfie stick and live to tell about it either. So in the near future, I'll have finished my book on how to move to Colombia, including visas, including places to stay, including different parts of the country. So just bear with me on that one. That's a work in progress. And so that's just a quick version of how to get here. Bring a friend or don't bring a friend. But you have to do your research and you have to plan it well. So when you get here, you have a great experience. And if you look down in the comments and there's a thing, so why an appointment with Geno, look at that little video and then sign up for a consultation with me. They're inexpensive and they may go free pretty soon, but not today. And I will help you, guide you, and get you to Colombia and get you around safe and sound. So that being said, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. But we will see you on the flip side.